A non-violent soldier of freedom will covet nothing for himself, he fights only for the freedom of his country. These were the exact words of the great Mahatma Gandhi. Hello everyone and welcome back to SSB Crack Exams, and we wish you a heartiest congratulations on the occasion of India's Independence Day. Today in this session we are going to discuss about some of the prominent freedom fighters of our country, the heroes of Indian independence. So let's start. Talking about SSB Crack Exams, so this is a one-stop solution for all the major defense examinations like FCAT, NDA, CDS, etc. For more details regarding the courses that we offer to you for these examinations, you can visit to our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel where you'll find regular videos related to defense examination and current affairs. You can also follow us on Instagram as SSB Crack Exams, and do not forget to download our Android app from Google Play Store, SSB Crack Exams. So let's start. The very first in our list is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, or famously known as Mahatma Gandhi. He was born on 2nd October 1869 in Porbandar, Gujarat. His father's name was Karamchand Gandhi and mother's name was Putlibai. At the early age of 13, Mahatma Gandhi was married to Kasturba Bai. After completing his early education from Rajkot, he went to London for his law education. In 1915, Gandhiji returned to India permanently and joined the Indian National Congress with Gopal Krishna Gokhale as his mentor. Gandhiji's first major achievement was in the year 1918 when he led the Champaran and Kheda agitations of Bihar and Gujarat state respectively. He also led non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, Swaraj movement and Quit India movement against the British government. Gandhi identified his overall method of non-violent actions as Satyagraha. Mahatma Gandhi's Satyagraha was based on true principles and non-violence. Let's move on. The next in our list is Jawaharlal Nehru, who was also the first Prime Minister of India. On November 14, 1889, Jawaharlal Nehru was born in Allahabad to parents with Kashmiri Pandit lineage. He played a prominent role in the freedom struggle and became the first Prime Minister of independent India. You must be remembering the famous speech given by him. At the stroke of midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom, which was given by Pandit Nehru on 15th of August 1947 on the occasion of India's independence. The address was also famously known as Tryst with Destiny. Now, at the age of 15, he went to study at the Harrow School in England. After that, he studied natural science at Trinity College, Cambridge University, and passed out with a degree in 1910. In 1912, he returned to India and started practicing law at the Allahabad High Court. However, he was disinterested in this job and soon drifted towards the national cause. He attended a Congress session in 1912 in Patna. The Indian National Congress at that time was in its moderate phase. He further advocated for non-cooperation and resigning from honorary positions. He supported more aggressive nationalists who were pressing for home rule and complete independence. Nehru met Mahatma Gandhi in 1916 and was drawn to him instantly, and he became his close friend, follower and associate. He was involved in the non-cooperation movement in the year 1920 and was imprisoned for the first time when Gandhi called off the movement in the wake of violence at Chauri Chaura. After that, there was a split in the party and Motilal Nehru and C.R. Das formed the Swaraj Party. Meanwhile, Jawaharlal Nehru, however, remained with the Congress and Mahatma Gandhi. Nehru also played his part in making the struggles of people of princely states align with the freedom movement in British India. He became the General Secretary of the All India Congress Committee in September 1923. Further, Nehru was at the forefront in various movements like the Salt Satyagraha and the Quit India movement and was arrested a total 9 times by the Britishers. Nehru headed the interim government of India in 1946 and later went on to become the first Prime Minister of India on 15th of August 1947. And then he delivered his now famous address to the nation, Tryst with Destiny. The next in our list is Bal Gangadhar Tilak, a lawyer by profession who is also known as Lokmanya Tilak. He was born on 23rd July 1856 in Ratnagiri in now Maharashtra. He was founder of the Deccan Education Society in 1884. Further, he stressed on the need for self-rule and believed that without self-rule or Swarajya, no progress was possible. He gave the famous slogan, "Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it." A book, Indian Unrest, written by Valentine Kirol, who was an English journalist, stated Tilak the father of Indian unrest. He was one of the earliest and the most vocal proponents of complete independence or Swarajya, which is also known as the self-rule. Along with Lala Lajpat Rai and Bipin Chandra Pal, he was part of the Lal Bal Pal trio of leaders. He joined the Indian National Congress in the year 1890. The next in our list is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He was a political and freedom leader in India's freedom struggle. He was born on October 31st, 1875 in Gujarat. The village is also known as Nadiad. Because of his strong opinions for unification of princely states into one single nation, his positive outlook towards women empowerment, and his active role to build India and what India is today, he is also known as the Iron Man of India. Mahatma Gandhi gave the title of Sardar to Vallabhbhai Patel. He is also called as the Bismarck of India, which is because of his role in unifying the fragments of princely states into a one single unit as a one nation. He is also called as the founder of modern All India services. Sardar Patel put all his efforts to unify the fragments of princely states into Indian Union, and he was also elected as Indian National Congress Karachi session 1931 as the president of that particular session. He was the first Home Minister and Deputy Prime Minister of independent India, and his honor, the Statue of Unity was built back in the year 2018. It is one of its kind tallest statue of the world of Sardar Patel on a river island called Sadhu Bet on Narmada River in Gujarat's Kevadia town. The next in our list is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose, or famously known as Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, was twice elected president of the Indian National Congress in the year 1938 Haripur and 1939 Tripuri sessions. Indian National Congress, which was the country's most important political force for freedom from the British rule at that time. Owing to political differences, he resigned from the Congress presidentship in 1939 only and organized the All India Forward Bloc, which was a faction within the Congress in Bengal. The purpose was to consolidate the political left and major support base in his home state Bengal. Bose organized mass protests and was arrested. He was later put under house arrest, from where he escaped. He went to Germany via Afghanistan. However, in 1943, Bose lost all hope that Germany could be of any help in gaining India's independence. He then turned to Asia, where he finally came at the helm of the Indian National Army and formed the Indian National Army. During the final 2 years of the war, Bose, with considerable Japanese backing, led the forces of the Indian National Army into the battle against the British Army. He reached Japanese-controlled Singapore from Germany in July 1943, issued from there his famous call, which is known as Chalo Delhi or Delhi Chalo. And then from there, he also announced the formation of Azad Hind government and the Indian National Army on 21st October 1943. The next in our list is B.R. Ambedkar, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, popularly known as Baba Saheb Ambedkar, was one of the main architects of the Indian Constitution. He was born on 14th of April 1891 in Madhya Pradesh in Hindu Mahar caste. He had to face severe discriminations from every corner of the society, as the Mahar caste was viewed as untouchable by the upper class. Baba Saheb Ambedkar's legal expertise and knowledge of constitution of different countries was extremely helpful in the framing of the constitution. He went on to become the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly, and he emphasized democracy as a way of life. In 1923, he set up the Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha, which is in English translates to Outcast Welfare Association, which was devoted to spreading education and culture amongst the downtrodden. In 1936, Baba Saheb Ambedkar founded the Indian Labour Party also. The next in our list is Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who was also the first president of independent India. He was instrumental in the formation of Bihari Students' Conference in 1906 in the hall of Patna College. He also used to practice law at Bhagalpur, which is also known as the famous Silk Town of Bihar. Dr. Rajendra Prasad's first association with Indian National Congress was during 1906 annual session of Indian National Congress, and formally he joined the Indian National Congress in the year 1911. During one of the fact-finding missions of Champaran, Mahatma Gandhi asked him to come with his volunteers. He was so greatly moved by the dedication, courage and conviction of Mahatma Gandhi that as soon as the motion of non-cooperation was passed by the Indian National Congress in 1920, he retired his lucrative career of lawyer as well as his duties in the university to aid the movement. He was elected as the President of Constituent Assembly on 11th December 1946 and went on to become the first President of India after independence on 26 January 1950 when the Constitution of Independent India was ratified. The next in our list is Bhagat Singh. Born as Bhaganwala on 26 September 1907, Bhagat Singh grew up in a petty bourgeois family of Sandhu Jats settled in the Jalandhar Doab district of then Punjab. He belonged to a generation that was to intervene between two decisive phases of the Indian national movement, the phase of the extremism of Lal Bal Pal and the Gandhian phase of non-violent mass action. In 1923, Bhagat Singh joined the National College Lahore, which was founded and managed by Lala Lajpat Rai and Bhai Parmanand. In 1924, in Kanpur, he became the member of Hindustan Republican Association, which was started by Sachindranath Sanyal a year earlier. The main organizer of the association was Chandrasekhar Azad, and Bhagat Singh became very close to him. In 1925, Bhagat Singh returned to Lahore, and within the next year, he and his colleagues started a militant youth organization called the Naujawan Bharat Sabha. In 1927, he was first arrested on the charges of association with the Kakori case, accused for an article written under the pseudonym Rebel, translates to Vidrohi. He was also accused of being responsible for a bomb explosion at Lahore during the Dashera fair. In 1928, Bhagat Singh changed the name of Hindustan Republican Association to Hindustan Socialist Republican Army. In 1930, when Azad was shot, the HSRA or Hindustan Socialist Republican Army collapsed. Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev Thapar and Sivaram Rajguru died on March 23rd in officer in 1928. Every year, March 23 is observed as Martyrs' Day as a tribute to freedom fighters Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev Thapar and Sivaram Rajguru. The day is also known as Shahid Divas or Sarvodaya Day. The next in our list is Chandrasekhar Azad. Azad was born on 23rd of July 1906 in Alirajpur district of Madhya Pradesh. Chandrasekhar, then a 15-year-old student, joined a non-cooperation movement in December 1921. As a result, he was arrested by the British officials. Further on being presented before a magistrate, he gave his name as Azad, the Free, his father's name as Swatantrata, and his residence as Jail. Therefore, he came to be known as famously as Chandrasekhar Azad. Azad joined Hindustan Republican Association. Most of the fund collection for revolutionary activities was done through robberies of government property back then. In line with the same, Kakori train robbery near Kakori, Lucknow was done in 1925 by HRA, and he was the main planner behind Kakori conspiracy. Further, HRA was later organized as Hindustan Socialist Republican Army HSRA. It was established in 1928 at Firoz Shah Kotla in New Delhi by Chandrasekhar Azad, Ashfaqullah Khan, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev Thapar and Yogesh Chandra Chatterjee. HSRA planned the shooting of J.P. Saunders, a British policeman at Lahore in 1928 to avenge the killing of Lala Lajpat Rai. The next in our list is Chittaranjan Das. Chittaranjan Das was born on 5th November 1870 at Telir Bagh in Bengal Presidency, which is currently in Bangladesh. His family members were actively involved in Raja Ram Mohan Roy's Brahmo Samaj. He finished his law studies from England and returned to India in 1893, and he practiced law for many years at the Calcutta High Court. He also contributed to English weekly Bande Matram along with Aurobindo and Bipin Chandra Pal. He became involved with non-cooperation movement led by Mahatma Gandhi. He became an important member of the Indian National Congress and was known for his public speaking skills and insight. He, along with Motilal Nehru, established the Swaraj Party in January 1923. Gandhi was a great admirer of Das and called him a great soul. Das was also revered by Subhash Chandra Bose. The people gave him the honorific title of Desh Bandhu. The next in our list is Pingali Venkaya. The Indian flag is a symbol of country's sovereign state and its history and culture. While the flag has undergone changes in the past decades, its basic framework is credited to Pingali Venkaya. Venkaya was clear that the flag must command respect from all countrymen and should not feature any object associated with any specific community. For Venkaya, the aspiring nation needed a flag to integrate Indians within a common banner, one that stood for sacrifice, peace, and unity. So, with this, we are done with today's session. I hope you learned a lot about our freedom fighters. Stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams for more such sessions. You can subscribe to our channel and don't forget to share this video if you like it. Thank you. Happy Independence Day and Jai Hind.